In this next topic, we're going to talk about Tesla's upcoming discounts and why Tesla has increased discounts pretty recently. And I'll give you my indicator, my newest indicator on if you're wondering when the next big discount or inventory discounts are coming up soon. There's really three things or four things that you have to look at. So we'll talk about it. But if you're just joining in, my name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla hacking. So definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested in. So if you didn't know really recently, there was a bunch of or a handful of inventory discounts that got dumped into the inventory sites. And so the first indicator that we would always look at before was inventory. As inventory ramped up, as vehicles started to pile up for the Model 3 and Model Y, that's when we would see discounts start to trickle in. And so this is the Matt Young inventory tracker chart for the Model Y. You can see inventory kind of goes up and down like a crazy roller coaster, kind of the same thing for the Model 3. But if inventory started to pile up, that's when we would hope to see more discounts on vehicles, and that's when we would start to see more discounts on vehicles. But that kind of changed. Tesla started to mess with inventory sites, so we didn't get a clear picture of what was going on. And so the second indicator was always timing. The second one was if it was the end of the quarter or end of the month, but it's more importantly the end of the quarter. So the next end of quarter is going to be September, and then after that it's going to be December. And the reason why is Tesla has to hit these numbers to sell their vehicles. So that's when you start to see more demo discounts getting rolled out, more higher discounts, all the way up to maybe even $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 off inventory vehicles. That's when you start to see them. If you're looking for the best deal, that's when you can try and wait for it. But the newest indicator, and this is coming from the most recent earnings call that just happened pretty recently. Here's an article from the New York Times, and this is where Elon said on the call, quote, Tesla might have to cut prices further, Mr. Musk said, noting that higher interest rates make it harder for people to afford new cars. Quote, we don't control the macroeconomic conditions, he said during a conference call with analysts and investors. If macroeconomic conditions are stable, prices will remain stable. If macroeconomic conditions are not stable, we will have to lower prices. And so if you've been following Tesla pricing like we have, here's an inventory pricing chart of all the different new prices that are across of the Model 3, Model Y, S, and X. We can see prices have fluctuated crazily since the beginning of the year. And so the third indicator that is now what we can take a look at is interest rates. If Tesla financing increases interest rates, then prices and or inventory prices will get more aggressive and discounted. So most recently, Tesla financing went from an interest rate of 5.89% to 6.09%. This is probably because the Fed just raised the interest rates pretty recently, and that is why we are seeing more higher inventory discounts that are out there. It used to be about a $3,000 discount on the Model 3, and now we're seeing $4,000 discounts on the Model 3. It used to be like not even a discount at all on the Model Y because Model Y was so hot they were selling every single one, and now we very commonly see $3,000, $4,000, maybe even $5,000 discounts across the board on the Model Y. And then the Model S and Model X, that's where it gets even more crazier. Model S and Model X had $7,500 discounts on both of them across the board, and now both of them are all the way up to $9,500 discounts on all the different vehicles. So inventory discounts are starting to ramp up, and the latest indicator is now interest rates. So if interest rates are going to go up, then also the Tesla discount prices will start to fall. So it's kind of like this catch-22. I know a lot of you might be waiting out there on the sidelines looking to try and get the best deal, but of course on top of that, you can use a Tesla referral code just like the one down below in the description to get anywhere from $500 to $1,000 off your Model 3, Model Y, S, or even X, plus 3 months of full self-driving. These stack with any sort of inventory discounts that are out there, so definitely check out the link down below in the description first, then head on over to waiting for Tesla, get these inventory vehicles, and then get the green check mark so that you know it is signed up, linked up, and ready to go so that you can go ahead and place your deposit. But that's going to be the third indicator. So to wrap it up again, it's end of quarter timing, it's how much inventory that could be out there, which we don't have as good visibility anymore. But the third indicator and the newest indicator is interest rates on financing for Tesla financing. Of course, if you're looking for the best rate, that's where you can get the full list of credit unions down below in the description. the Patreon link where you can get a full list of all the interest rates that are good for better than Tesla financing for financing your Tesla. Some even as low as 2.99, but most people can qualify for the 4 or sub 4% rate credit union. So definitely check it out. Patreon link down below in the description.